Hi, everybody. I'm here with Wendy Rouillard, my dear friend and author and illustrator of Where, Oh, Where is Barnaby Bear, the brand new edition that are on shelves today. Congratulations. Happy Pub Day.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me on your
You
show.
bet. So I think I kind of know some of this, but tell me the history of Barnaby Bear because he goes way back for you, doesn't he?
Way back. So it all started in college. It was my senior year, and I was an illustration major at Parsons School of Design in New York City. And for our senior thesis, we had to design and illustrate a project. And at the time, I had been working for a stuffed animal company on weekends for one of my professors, designing stuffed animals for Macy's and Lord and Taylor. And I thought how great it would be to create this bear that lives on Nantucket. This is his home, and write and illustrate about all his different adventures. And so that's sort of how it all began. And I was inspired by this teddy bear that my grandmother had, that she gave to that my mother gave to me. So I kind of put everything together and combined my love of writing and drawing and created Barnaby.
Wow. So you kind of touched on this, but how did Barnaby turn from a childhood friend really now into this is your lifelong career. It has been for
I
a
know.
long.
And so when I graduated from college, I printed, I don't know if I ever told you this story, but I printed 3,000 copies and I paced up and down Main Street trying to get the nerve to try to sell it to Mimi Beeman at Mitchell's, and went in the door and she was like, "I love it." And walked around and everyone was so supportive on the island. And by the end of the day, I think I had something like 12 stores who wanted to carry the book. And I started hand sewing. At that time, I was hand sewing all the bears. And I had hand sewed 100 bears. So I sold the bears to everyone. And
What year
within,
was this?
this was 1995.
Wow.
I know. And within 2 weeks, it sold out. We sold all the bears, we sold all 3,000 copies. And that's really how it all started. And just I thought, here I am. I love doing it. I love what I'm doing. And this is what I want to be doing. And so, I mean, that's really how it all kind of turned into a career.
You can really tell that your name in the community has been since then because I just posted something on. We have a Facebook page, Nantucket Year Round Community,
Mhm.
congratulating you, and the love that is just pouring in
Oh
for
my gosh.
Barnaby and you. I mean, you've really created a staple of it's part of Nantucket, Barnaby
Oh,
Bear
it's
is,
so nice. I mean,
and so
yeah.
it's been so nice to watch. Like I was telling, um, I was in the store earlier today, and people were coming in. They're like, "I'm here for the new Barnaby book," and it's such a testament to your that girl in 1995 walking into Mitchell's to Mimi worried about selling her book. You've really done something special. Uh,
Thank you. And it's really this community. This community has supported me from day one, and really, I would not be doing this without everyone on the island. So I'm so thankful to everyone.
So this new edition is with Andrews McMeel Publishing, and you've self-published the Barnaby books for since 1995. What is the best part about this collaboration so far?
It's been so nice to have a team of people on board, and it has been so helpful. And to have an editor to make it better, and to have a marketing director who's going to help, who's been helping me get it out there, and just having their support and not doing it all by myself. And I've never had anybody to kind of bounce things off of. So that part's been really nice. And it's just nice today to be able to really celebrate and have an actual, like, it's almost like, a book birthday, and have, and just, it's just so exciting. And I'm normally sitting there filling the orders, and it's nice to not have to do that today.
That's what I said. I was when we were downstairs at Mitchell's. I was like, "You're a big deal now, Wendy. You don't have to do this."
Well,
So
little did I know. Yeah.
what's your favorite part about being a children's author?
I mean, my favorite part, of course, is just seeing the kids. It's like if you're walking on the street and you see a child holding a bear, holding one of the books. I mean, to me, that's like my favorite part of the job, is when I see that and I don't know who they are, or they don't know who I am, and just seeing the joy that it brings. That's been, obviously, that's an incredible part of the whole job.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Even within the years that I've been doing the marketing for the bookstores, and you and I have collaborated, just
Mhm.
especially two little girls, Viviana and Valentina.
Yeah.
They just are so excited about Barnaby. The first thing they do when they get off the plane or the boat, want to come and see him, see you, And that's just so, I mean, it makes to
It,
know that you're getting kids excited about a book character in a book is just so rewarding. I mean, I think it's
it's
really
so
why
rewarding.
we all do this for, as part of our jobs, is because we love reading and we love the joy that a good book can bring.
Mhm.
So what's been your connection to Nantucket? Why did you place Barnaby in Nantucket as far as anywhere else in the world?
It's so funny because I didn't know about Nantucket, but then my father, when I was in college, my father actually it's almost before I created Barnaby, it was about a year before. My father threw my mom's 50th birthday party on Nantucket in the middle of January. He's like, "We're all going to Nantucket." And I'm like, "Okay." And it was literally, this was now, I mean, God, now this is probably 1991. And so I discovered Nantucket that February, or I think it was like end of January, February when we all came out. And I just immediately fell in love with the island. And I thought, you know what, I'm coming back here next summer. I'm going to get a job. So anyway, that's how it all started. And I returned to the island the following summer and got a job and literally spent every summer there. So when I created Barnaby, it was like, this is such a natural, beautiful place to have this bear live. And then from here, he can go off on all his adventures. He lives in this faraway land, this magical place, which it is. And so that's kind of how I discovered Nantucket. And then, of course, as you know, I've
Yeah.
never
I
left.
love, I mean, everyone I feel like has a Nantucket story like that it just like it pulls you in the first time you see it and it's like, wait, could I make this happen? Could I live here? Could I make this happen?
Hmm.
Um, so you have two young daughters,
Yes,
and for all the working moms out there with
yes.
kids, and during that time of raising them, you built this Barnaby brand. How did you juggle stitching bears and raising two girls?
Well, I mean, luckily, I had started this a few years before actually having them. So I had the brand kind of established. I believe at that time I probably had 5 books out, but it has been obviously it's a constant, as anyone knows who works with children. It's a constant balancing act. You're always juggling. But it's like, I was telling someone the other day, she wants to, a friend wants to do something. I'm like, you just do it. You find the time, you find those hours, you get up early. I mean, now I get up super early on many days just to get in a few hours before they get up. And when they were babies, I just worked while they napped. And but you never want to discourage. I mean, I just think you can do it. You can find those hours. It might take a little bit longer, and it's definitely taken me a little bit longer to obviously get Barnaby where he is today, because of obviously having children, but I didn't want to miss any part of their childhood.
Yeah.
So obviously it's possible, and you just, you find that time.
As they get older and probably start pursuing their own dreams, do you have any advice for them, as far as someone that really took a passion project and turned it into their career? Do you have any advice?
I just think you just don't give up. If it's something that you truly love to do, and you sort of say afford to do it and be able to do it, I mean, there are many times I held down 2 jobs and worked on Barnaby at night when I was young. And all through college, I just worked on it. And so I just feel like, for the girls or for anyone out there, like, if you love it, you just keep going, keep going. Don't give up.
So you have two special ladies that blurbed the book. The first one is Drew Barrymore, actress and someone who comes to Nantucket every summer, and
Mhm.
she calls Barnaby Bear is a true treasure. This book ensures many happy reads with your kids. What is Drew's connection with Barnaby?
I met Drew. I just happened to be standing next to her. She was kind of covered with a hat and glasses, and I had no idea who she was. And my girls and her girls just started playing, and we were just started talking. And next thing you knew, I obviously could. She's so kind and so sweet, and I recognized her voice, and I was like, oh, maybe this is Drew. And she didn't really introduce herself for a while, and then she did, and we just hit it off. And she's such a kind, wonderful, smart woman. And it has truly been an honor to have her, blurb the back cover.
Yeah, I think that's just amazing.
Yeah.
Another one is no stranger to us. It's New York Times bestselling author and friend Ellen Hildebrand, who the book is dedicated to.
Hmm.
As I mean, I think we all kind of look up for Ellen and her perseverance and her work ethic and everything. Why did she inspire you so much for you to dedicate it to her?
She just has been literally by my side every step of the way. I mean, she has not stopped believing in Barnaby. She has, I can talk to her every other day about it, and she's always there to help me, always there listening, offering advice. I mean, I just would not be here without all her help. And she's an inspiration. She's the one person who I know will be up at 5 a.m. Working. We'll both be working, and I know I can reach out. That's like when we talk.
Yeah.
Um, and she's so hardworking, and she's just a really true loyal friend.
One of our most successful events always at the bookstore is your guys's Pops signing. It's
So
always
much fun.
such a fun start to the day because I love the Pops concert, and so that always starts with the Ellen Hildebrand
Hmm.
and Barnaby Bear book signing. So
Hmm.
hopefully we
Hopefully.
can get those started again because we
Oh,
missed.
I can't wait.
So tell us some fun stuff going on for Barnaby this year. I believe you have a new place coming that's
Opening up a new store down on 12 Oak Street called Barnaby's Toy and Art Shack. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Really,
what's the address? Where is it?
12 Oak Street.
12 Oak Street. Okay.
12 Oak Street. So it's a toy store, but really also it's an art studio for kids and a little cafe for kids. So they'll be able to come in at any time of day, pick out whatever they'd like to work on, sit at our tables. They can paint, they can draw, they can use clay, whatever. We have over 200 different supplies that they can choose from, and probably at least about 300 activities that they can choose from. It's going to
Yeah.
be a place for them to just come and create.
It's so important because I feel like one of the number one things we hear is I'm here with my kids for the week. What can I do is what is there to do? And so this is something that I hope is on every family's itinerary that they can come in and just have kind of like an event with this book character that they hopefully fall in love with.
Yeah, thank you.
Um, so what's Barnaby's perfect day?
I think waking up, having let's see, he loves his beach plum, raspberry muffins, right? And then he goes for a bike ride. Maybe he goes to Sconset and does like the bluff walk, right? He also loves to go turtling out in Nantucket. And then he'll probably have like a black raspberry chocolate chip ice cream at the juice bar.
Wow, he's busy.
Right, really busy. He loves the cobblestone cookies out in Wisconsin. I'm trying to think what else. That's probably then maybe heading down to Brant Point and skipping some rocks.
What were some of your favorite books as a kid as you look like I mean, I know that this will definitely, I mean, there's kids in my life that Barnaby Bear is their favorite Nantucket book. So what were you as the author's favorite books as a kid?
I loved Robert McCluskey's. I mean, like One Morning in Maine, Blueberries for Sal. I mean, like that's really another like an inspiration. I just loved the sweet stories that he told.
Mm-hmm.
And so those were definitely kind of like my favorite growing up. I mean, now I love like The Bad Seed. I don't know if you're familiar with that, The Couch Potato that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, those are some of my other favorites, but I still love the classics.
Yeah. So what's next for Barnaby Bear Books? Do you have another book planned? Can you tell us anything about it? What's going on?
I have three that I've written already. I think, during quarantine, I just wrote. So I have three books that are ready to go. So we'll have to see kind of which one is next. But I'm excited to get started again.
Yeah, well, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is my favorite
Oh no.
thing to do with my author talks, and it's called the speed round. And
Okay.
I'm going to ask you quick questions, and then you just kind of rattle off whatever comes into your head.
Okay.
So, ready?
Yep.
Okay. Favorite kids book right now?
The Bad Seed.
Favorite children's author?
Favorite children's author, I'm going to say again, Robert Makowski.
Okay. Favorite novel for you?
Favorite novel. Oh gosh, I loved Ellen's most recent 28 Summers.
Favorite author?
Favorite author? Well, of course, that's so hard, right? Because I adore Ellen. Ellen, and I'm going to say I love Carol Loving's new book, Too Good to Be True.
What's your favorite Nantucket beach?
Steps.
Favorite snack for kids?
Favorite? Oh, these rhythm kale chips. They're so
Mm,
good. You don't even know they're kale. You don't even know they're kale.
for all age. Do you have a favorite activity on Nantucket for kids?
I mean, we did this a lot this winter even. I loved the Bluff Walk, the Rose Walk in Sconset. I mean, I think that's so nice, of course. Or, there's turtling in Nantucket is always a must.
Yeah, I've never done that. So
You just have to be careful because they're all snapping turtles. I have to put a little warning on that. But that is just such a quintessential Nantucket thing to do with your kids.
Yeah, well, I want to do that. Okay, this is always my favorite question. So your stage name, if you ever need a pseudonym to write other children's books, your stage name is your first pet and the
Okay.
you grew up on.
Bear Everett, which is so funny because it's Bear. I never thought of that until I just said it to you.
Bear Everett?
The name of my first dog was named Bear.
Wendy, I love that.
I know, and I just didn't even think about it until I just said it.
It sounds so if you ever need like this distinguished children's author name, Bear Everett.
Bear Everett.
I feel like it's great.
Maybe I should.
What are you reading right now?
I just finished Too Good to Be True.
Okay.
And then of course I always look to your recommendations. So I'm thinking of starting. Is it the A? Tell me the
Girl A, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that next.
Very dark, not for kids. Well, Wendy, this has been so great. Thank you for chatting with me. I just want to say again, from all of us on Nantucket Book Partners and Tim Talks Books, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now available wherever books are sold. But we here at NantucketBookPartners.com are offering an autographed copy, and then you get a free mini Barnaby Bear while supplies last. And we just couldn't be happier for you. So
thank you so much. Thanks so much for having me on your show. I love it.
You bet.
Great.
Bye.